Closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And sitting in stillness with your breath, with a long spine. Allowing the thoughts to just float away, whatever's going on internally with you, just kind of let it go today for an hour, just 1 hour. You purposed yourself to come to your mat, so let's just be here together in this space quietly. Start to make a little bit of movement. So let's do some seated cat-cow, just inhaling, long spine, exhaling, round and curl. So let's inhale and exhale, round and curl. Maybe make some big circles around your mat. Letting your spine move in all the directions it moves. Letting your head just be an extension of that as you move around. There we go. Both directions. And then reach the hands up and over to the right. Center and over to the left. And center. And let's take a twist. Turn to the right, little twist, look over the back shoulder. To the sky. With that big inhale, maybe tip back a little bit. Take your hands behind your head and let everything open here. Heart, throat, and twist to the left. And back to center, reach. And then forward fold and come into tabletop position. So hands on the mat, wide like starfish, knees are hip distance apart, tuck your toes, let the belly drop down, and then inhale and exhale, round and curl. Turning this into Dancing Lion, just a little bit of Dancing Lion. Remember, yogis, please feel free to play whatever music you like. You can find me on Spotify, Amy Kleinman Kenny. I'll actually post it after the video, my link to my music, or any kind of Pandora music you like. I'm practicing without music, so I can post the videos. But please feel free to play whatever you like while we practice. And if for any reason I cut in or out, just continue to move, maybe do some sun salutations until I come back. I should be back if I cut out. Let's come into our first downward facing dog and move that dog around a little bit. So go ahead and paddle out the feet, one and then the other. Kind of wag the tail from side to side. Lengthening the spine as long as you can here, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Hang in a forward fold, ragdoll heavy. Bend the knees. Hang and sway. And then slowly rise to stand. Do it slower than I just did. Either roll up or swan dive up. Standing at the back of your mat in mountain pose. Inhaling and exhaling, long spine. Feel the belly strong here. Feel the air really expanding into the belly, expanding the lungs. And then step the feet together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, walk out to plank. And let's take our first vinyasa together. So take the knees down, chin, chest, belly on the floor, rise up, cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. With the breath, and let's go ahead and walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway out, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise again. A little back bend here, or maybe a bigger one. And then hands into heart center. Sun salutation A, we're gonna do 5, okay? So the first 2 or 3 I'll call, and then the next ones you're gonna do all by yourself. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Walk, step, jump, or float back of your mat. Lower down. Halfway or all the way, up dog or cobra. And exhale back, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Nice and easy, nice and slow, with a long spine. Big breath in, big breath out, kind of letting the stress roll off your body with the breath. Making that connection between the mind, the body, and the breath. And then walk, step, jump, or float, feet top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise again. And heart center. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk, step, jump, or float back of your mat. Lower down slow and controlled. Up dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths in the down dog. Walk, step, jump, or float top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Little back bend or bigger back bend. And then hands into heart center. Really good. Let's do one more with me talking, and the next 2 you'll do alone. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk, step, jump, or float. Lower down all the way or hover. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And breathe. You can make noise when you exhale. Breathe out and in. Let it feel strong and slow and steady breath. Look to your hands. Walk your feet top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway out. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise again. Maybe a little bit bigger back bend this time. The next 2 sun salutations, yogis are going to do on their own. If you get lost, your body knows where to go, but you can always just take a peek. Inhale up. Three to 5 breaths in the down dog, or you can always take child's pose. And heart center. Last one on your own. You got this. Three to 5 breaths in the down dog. Keep the breath rolling. I'm actually going to move myself down a little bit. tried something different and I don't think it's working. There, I think that's gonna be better. Yeah. All right. Walk, step, jump, or float top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise again. And heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Sun salutation V. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk back to plank. Let's take this down together on a 3 count. Elbows come back. 1, 2, 3. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches for the sky. Let's open up hip on hip. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Move things around. Let it feel good. And then we'll step that foot right in between the hands. The left foot spins back. We rise, warrior 1. Hands can also be at heart center here. Take a couple breaths, shoulders and hips square forward. The knee tracks right over the big toe. Back foot is pressing down the outside edge. Release the hands down. Kick the right leg back up. 3-legged dog or 4 paws on the floor. If you want power, take the vinyasa on 3 limbs. If not, step down to downward facing dog and skip the whole thing. Exhale, back downward face. Left leg reaches, opens. Hip on hip, make some space. Using the breath to make the space in the body and in the mind. Knee comes through, foot steps in between hands, back heel drops down gently. We rise straight up, warrior 1. Remember, hands can be anywhere they're most comfortable for you. Hips and shoulders are square. Really nice. Couple breaths. Then hands release, left leg flies, step back either to down dog or take another vinyasa, 4 limbs or 3. Use the strength. Downward facing dog. Or child's pose. Knees can touch, and we can find child's pose here too. Or we can stay in down dog. Or we can come forward for power, either planks or push-ups. Rise up on your toes, bend your knees, turbo dog, look forward to your hands, walk your feet up your mat or jump or float. At the top of your mat, slide hands to shins lengthened, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, and then inhale, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Sun salutation B, second time together, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk back, jump back, float back, plank, lower down, or skip it and find downward facing dog. I'm gonna take it. Right leg reaches, step through, back heel spins, rise halfway up. Reach all the way up, and all the way back down. Step back to plank, lower down, or press back to downward facing dog. Left side reaches, step through, warrior 1. Release, vinyasa your way. Step back, 3 legs, no vinyasa, or all the way. Up dog or cobra, exhale back. Down dog or child's pose. Or go ahead and take some more push-ups or hold plank. After 3 to 5 breaths, up on your toes, bend your knees, look to your hands, float to the top, inhale, lengthen, halfway out. Exhale, fold forward, and then inhale, rise chair. Utkatasana. Hands to heart, stand tall, right knee to chest. Tree pose, right side, foot comes inside inner thigh, can also stay right here at the earth. You can also hold on here. So again, yogi's choice. Tree pose. Maybe you want to challenge the balance, move your branches around. Let's stay for a moment in the breath here, in the balance, feeling the belly strong, eye gaze 6 to 10 inches away, standing legs strong, floating legs strong, hips are opened. We step down, inhale up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, walk back to plank. Lower down on a 5 count all the way to your belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobra pose. Floating cobra, reach the hands off the floor, press the toes down. Breathe, little sips of air. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful, yogis. Look to your hands. See if you could jump your feet right to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway out. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair. Stand heart center. Left knee to chest. Tree pose, left side. Find balance first. And then challenge the balance. Keep challenging the balance. Stay with the tree pose. It's too easy for me to hold on here. Something's going on with my internet. I'll just do that. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Step down, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, walk back, jump back, or float back. Lower down on a 3 count, maybe hover halfway. 1, 2, 3, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Right leg reaches to the sky, open up hip on hip. We come through warrior 1. We've been here before. Bring the knee to the nose, bring the knee to the forehead, step through. Back heel spins down, rise up. Warrior 1. Hands to heart center. Lean forward, hover, and float the back leg. Warrior 3, balance. Breathe. Breathe. Hands can come out like airplane wings or forward for stick or stay right here at heart center. Keep breathing. We'll string the poses together now, knee to nose. Hands to sky. Second tree on the left side. So we're just going to keep adding on here. Breathing in, breathing out. A lot of load in the right leg. It's okay, just breathe through it. We're going to rewind, knee back to chest, hands to sky. Hands to heart, leg comes back, warrior 3. And we step back, warrior 1. To where we started. Reach up. And vinyasa, hands down, send the feet back, lower down halfway or all the way, up dog or cobra, exhale, downward face. Rest here in child's pose or down dog, or maybe come forward for more vinyasa if you want a little more power, you want to work a little bit more this morning. Why not? We're here. But then again, maybe not. Left leg reaches, knee to nose, knee to forehead, chest up, pull it up, 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 shoulders over wrists, step the foot through, rise up, warrior 1. Been here before, square hips, square shoulders, heart center, hover halfway, float, warrior 3. Arms can stay here, out to the side, or stick in the front. Try to turn that hip down as much as you can, and breathe. And breathe. And breathe. String it together, knee to chest, hands to sky. And tree pose. Knee to chest, hands to sky again. Warrior 3, second time in this sequence. You got it. And now, Warrior 1. Really nice. Release your hands down, step back to plank. Moving on, right hand to center, side plank. Stack your feet, scissor your feet, or lift the top leg, or you can be down on the bottom knee, right here. Yogi's choice.
Continue to breathe through the posture.
Back to plank, press back to downward facing dog. Vinyasa one time, come forward to plank, lower down, hover, or all the way, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward face. Left side plank, come to center. Left hand moves, roll to the outside edge or edges of your feet, reach up. Side plank, also take the knee down for less, and breathe. Really nice, yogis. Keep rolling, even if the postures get difficult. Come back to plank, downward facing dog, and child's pose, knees tap. Melt the chest and the heart, and the hips come back. Take a few breaths here, close your eyes. In child's pose, or seated on your knees. If you'd like to be seated on your knees, you can be seated on your knees. I always like to slip a gratitude meditation somewhere into my yoga practice. So let's take that time right now to sit in awareness of gratitude. I'm so grateful for a beautiful day today. I'm grateful for my yoga practice. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for you guys. So just let that kind of bubble up for you. Whatever that might be. Either in seated on your knees or child's pose, or maybe you want to do an inversion now, or you want to take a hero pose. There's a lot of options, there's a lot of choices. So go ahead and take whatever it is that you like. And then we're going to meet back in downward facing dog. So let's come back to that upside down V when you get a chance. I apologize for all the movement. I was trying a tripod today. It didn't work. Let's come to downward face. Right leg reaches for the sky. Open up hip on hip. Come up on the back tiptoes and melt the chest. And then bring that right knee into the nose, right knee into the forehead, and step it through right in between your hands. Keep the left hand down and twist right hand up. You can roll to the outside edges. You can spin the right arm. Whatever feels right for you. Take both hands down, turn a little quarter turn to the left for wide stance fold. Inhale, lengthen flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Reach for something, your toes,
your shins, anything you can reach for and pull yourself closer down. Bend the knees a little bit here if that is good for you to do. Maybe take a little bit of alternate leg stretching. Hammock pose feels really good, walking the hands out, pressing the heels back, melting the chest. Walk back in, turn back over that right leg, low lunge. Step the back foot in, straighten the front leg, head to knee pose, Parsvottanasana. So this front leg is straight, the hips are square. What tends to happen here is the right hip wants to move back. Try to keep moving it forward. Lift the chin off the chest and bring the chest close to the thigh. You're going to feel this intensely up the right leg. Come up on the tiptoe, intense side stretch. Tuck the chin. Either stay here or lift this up for another balance, standing split or standing L. Or maybe you take full splits here. That could be in your practice and you might be ready for that. Or maybe you're just staying right here with the Parsvottanasana. Step the left foot up to meet the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose again. Hands touch in chair. Twist to the right and look up over the back shoulder. Drop into the hips. If you take an arm balance here, go for it. If you exalt the arms, go for that. We're taking a nice big twist to forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Jump back to plank or walk back to plank. Either press back to down dog or go ahead and take the vinyasa again. Left leg reaches. Steps through low lunge. Right hand down, left hand up, twist. Any variation you take. You can also be back on the back knee here for hip flexor stretch. We're going to turn around to wide stance fold, so we're going to walk this around to the right for a wide angle fold. Any variation again that you like, so maybe you take a headstand here, or maybe you're taking a forward fold, or maybe you're just twisting. So whatever feels good for you right now is what I want you to take. We walk back around to the left, straighten out the left leg, step the right foot up, Parsvottanasana, head to knee. The left hip wants to sneak forward, pull it back gently. Maybe come up on the right tiptoes in the back. Maybe peel the left toes up, bringing the chest to the thigh, the chin lifts, breathe. Head to knee pose, Parsvottanasana. Option to take the standing L or standing split or split on the floor if you like. I'm just going to stay right here. You can also micro bend this front knee. Keep working those hips. So notice what's happening with the hips. Keep working that left one back. Intense side stretch up the left leg. So good, yogis. Inhale, step the right foot to meet the left. Lengthen halfway out. Fold all the way down. And then inhale, chair pose again. Hands come to heart center. Twist to the left. So whatever you did on side one, you want to do again on side two. For my yogis, that arm balance, go ahead and take that here if you like. If you like, you can exalt, you can wrap and bind. So take what you take, breathe. And then forward fold. Heel to your feet, 2 fists apart. Take your peace sign finger grip, wrap it around your big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in, elbows come out like elephant ears. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the chest to touch the thighs. Left hand moves to hip, right hand comes to me, right foot comes to me with the right hand. You can bend the knee here or keep it straight. I'm going to bend it because I'm going to run out of space here. You take the right foot out to the right. If you want to extend, you can. And we're going to bring it right back to the front of the mat. Release the hands to the sky, hold it up. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Beautiful. Sweep it back, warrior three. We've been here before. Nice. Stay with me. Knee comes to chest. Arms come to T. Turn to the right. Either hand on the outside edge of the top of the knee or the outside edge of the foot. Dancing Shiva look. Behind you, you can hold on if you need to. You can bend the knee if you need to. Reach back to the front. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hands to heart center, mountain pose. Go ahead and wiggle around a little bit, especially that right side. That was a lot. Let's take a back bend here. Take your fingertips facing up and press the chest open, heart open, hips open, and fall back. Oh. Stay in the back bend as much as you like. And then we come back to forward fold. Peace sign fingers grip the toes. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Keep the left hand attached to the left foot, right hand to hip. Let's bring it up, 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 up. Nice. Out to the side, you can bend it. Or straighten it. Get to hold on here. Bring it back to the front. Hands reach. Sweep it back, warrior three. Yes, you got this. Breathe. Knee to chest. Arms to a T. Turn to the left. Catch the outside edge of the knee or back of the foot for straight leg or bent. Look over your back shoulder, dancing Shiva. Breathe. Release hands to sky. Step down and go ahead and move this around a little bit. So maybe make some figure eights with your hips. And then top of the mat. Hands to heart center. Reconnect. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk, step, jump, or float back to plank. Lower down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Right leg reaches for the sky. Open up hip on hip. It feels good. If you flip the dog, flip the dog. Wild thing. When you unwind, the right foot comes through. We rise up, warrior two. Opening to the left. Hands are strong into the front knee. Press to the outside edge of the back foot. Pumping warrior twice, just easy. 1 and 2. We'll straighten out the front leg. Heel toe the back foot up, 1 full footprint. Reach. Press away, and then take the top arm up like an L. So we're in triangle pose, legs are straight, hips are square, both hands are reaching. In the L, maybe the top hand comes forward. Feeling the core strength. Breathe.
and exalt. Second triangle or half moon. Second triangle, same pose. Half moon, we're gonna lean forward and hover or touch and lift the back leg up a little higher than you think you need to. So we tip the triangle over here into half moon, or in the second triangle, yogi's choice. Breathe. We finished this series in a warrior two, which is where it started. But we do that super slow with control no matter where you're at. And then cartwheel back down. Send the the right leg up and back. Either down dog child's pose or another 3-limb vinyasa for power.
And downward facing dog. Long spine. Left leg reaches, open up hip on hip. If you flip the dog, go ahead and flip the dog. If not, just enjoy the side body opening. We bring it through for warrior two on the left side.
Cartwheel open. Pump warrior twice, inhale. Straighten out the front leg, heel to the back foot in. One hand reaches, one hand lifts. Triangle pose. Take both hands and reach. And then exalt. Second triangle or half moon, you choose. Breathe. If you can, try to look up here. Try not to fall over. If you do, that's okay. The series is going to finish in a nice warrior two, slow and controlled. Step back, find your footing. Warrior two, cartwheel the hands down, send the left leg back up to the sky. 3-limb vinyasa, 4-limb vinyasa, or no vinyasa, you choose. And downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, back of your mat. And roll up halfway. And then all the way up. Another back bend, reach. Maybe take the hands and open. It's a lot of forward folding, so let's take some back bends to counter that. Another balancing posture, eagle pose. I'm going to step up just so you can see a little bit easier. So eagle, you can choose to do the arms or the legs or both. So let's start with the legs and then we'll add the arms. So we can start with the arms of prayer, and then we'll take the right knee up. Take it up higher than you think you need to, like not just a little, but all the way up. Because what's going to happen is you're going to cross it over, and at the very tips of your thighs, you're going to be kissing those thighs together. This floating leg can either wrap really tight, can tap the floor, or can wrap around. And if you do that, make sure you have no knee issues. So sink down into the posture. So now we're in like a little squat as well. The hands can stay at heart, they can clasp at the thumbs, or the arms can come out right under left at the elbows, and we touch them together, eagle wrap. And breathe here. So lots of variations on that one. Sink low, hover forward. Beautiful. Eagle warrior, unwrap. Reach the leg back, reach the arms forward. Nice. We're gonna re-wrap eagle, okay? So don't rush, but I'm just letting you know that's where you're going. We're gonna come in with control.
and re-wrap. Beautiful, yogis. Unwind, feet apart, hands reach behind, and now we forward fold. Lean to the right a little bit here, and lean to the left. Nice. Let's, before we do the other side eagle, take a squat. So come on down to squat position if this is comfortable for you. Take your hands to heart center, or use your elbows to cross your knees open. If this is too much, you can have a seat on your mat or on a block. You can also take a rest now. This is going to be time for you to either sit in meditation to breathe, or maybe to take an arm balance crow or baby crow, or maybe you want to take a headstand here, or maybe you want to just sit in bound angle, hip opener that way. So yogi's choice, okay? So take some time here, a few breaths before we come in for the eagle on the left side, to either sit here, or maybe sit on your bottom, touch your feet together, bound angle, you can fold in, or maybe you're going to take that arm balance crow, or maybe you're just going to sit. Wherever you are, breathe. Empty the thoughts, even if they come in, just let them go. We're going to forward fold out of this, nice and easy. Hang heavy. And then roll halfway. And then all the way up. Another back bend or some movement in the hips before we come into the eagle on the other side. So step your feet together, hands to heart center. The left knee comes up more than you think you need to, a little higher. We wrap it around. Squeeze at the tops of the thighs. If the foot can make it all the way around, do that. If not, just keep squeezing it in. If not, you can also just tap the foot. And if you want to try the arms come out, left under right, and eagle wrap. Sink low. Hover forward, breathe, eagle warrior, unwind. You can also unwind the arms here, breathe, 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 re-wrap, slow. Beautiful, yogis, so nice. Release, hands behind you, little back bend. More hip movement. And let's find a seat on our mat. So go ahead and find a seat on your mat right now. And take your legs straight out in front of you. Nice easy transition, right? Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Remove some of the flesh out from behind you. And then forward fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, lift the chin, and bring the chest low. Nice. Breathe. Let's inhale. We're going to do a hip opener. It's like a seated pigeon, but a little different. So the left knee bends, the right foot comes up and over like the figure four. This might be enough. You might really feel this in your hip, but if not, you want to slide this left foot in, take your hands behind you, and come forward with your hips. Now here's where it really gets intense. Press forward into your chest. And so you're going to feel the right hip here. And so if it's not enough, you press forward more. And if it's too much, you back out. Breathe. We're going to turn this into reclining pigeon. So now we're in like a seated sort of half pigeon. And now we're gonna take this same pose, same legs, and just kind of lay back down on your back. So leave the legs where they are, and then slowly, I'm gonna turn to the side, slowly recline onto your back. Legs stay in the same position. From here, go ahead and take 15 good, strong crunches, chin off the chest, shoulder blades off the earth. Go for 15. Make the last 5 a little faster. Now thread the hands through the space behind the left leg and draw that all in tight. Reclining pigeon, lay your head back. Maybe shake it to the left and the right, letting all the tension come out of your head and neck. The sun is shining on my face. I feel like a cat right now. Go ahead and pull it in a little bit more. Big breaths in and out here, really just enjoying the space of the hip opening. When you release the hands, leave the feet connected and take the right knee to the right side of your mat, spinal twist. Look to the left. You can stay here in this twist or take some oblique crunches for 15. I highly recommend them. Come on up for 10. Slow, and 5 fast. Shoulder blades up. Don't cheat, even though you might be sticking. Last 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the knees to the other side of your mat. Spinal twist. Arms still behind your head or open. And now we take another 15 crunches. Why not? You're here. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 5 fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Make some circles on the sky. Happy baby or straddle. Happy baby, hands and feet. Straddle, take it out. You can rock from side to side. And now we're going to do the other side. So come back to seated. This time we're going to take the left foot over the right thigh or right knee. Hands behind you, bend the knee, and come further into it. Walk your hands forward and press the chest close to the thigh. This is an intense hip opener. If it's too much for you, just don't do it. Do something else. Either lay down in tree pose or do the reclining pigeon. But if you're here and you want more, just keep pressing the chest forward, pressing the chest forward. Beautiful. You can do the same thing on this side. So you're going to go ahead and recline, keeping the legs connected. Come up for 15 crunches straight, and then the knees drop to the left for 15, and then they drop to the right for 15, still in the figure 4 legs. So let's come back first and hug in for a reclining pigeon for a couple of breaths. Then we release the foot and take the 15 straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 5 are fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop them to the left. Take 15 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 5 fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to the right. Spinal twist again. Feels good. Last 15. Make them strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back to center. Take your feet together, knees apart, bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's sit in this hip opener. So that was 45 on each side. And so we need at least 10 more to finish with 100 crunches. So let's go ahead and take the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Pull the knees into your chest. Second round of Happy Baby or straddle, followed by your back bend series. Do a total of 2 or 3 full wheel or half bridge. So go ahead and find your back bend space. Take 2 to 3 breaths in each. Then you can take plow or shoulder stand or both. So make sure you get the back bend in there, at least 2 or 3 of those with 2 to 3 breaths each. Anything else you'd like to do, go ahead and take now as well. So if there's any other finishing postures that you want, maybe you're practicing a headstand or a forearm stand or a handstand, or maybe you're practicing throw, or I don't know, whatever you're practicing, go ahead and take. And then we're going to find ourselves seated bound angle once you're done with all of that stuff, which was a lot. So plow, shoulder stand, back bending, do all that stuff. And if you don't want to do any of that, you can just come to seated and breathe. So go ahead and find whatever it is you're finding. Finishing in seated angle bound or full or half lotus or easy seat sukhasana, or reclining on your back or on your right side. So yogis, finish up the final movements in your practice and then either come to seated meditation or shavasana, reclining. Settling into your body now, letting the breath come back to its nice and normal rhythm. So yogis, now more than ever, I have found the importance of staying in the moment, because the future is more unknown than it's ever been for me and for you and for all of us. And the past seems so far away that the moment that I have right now is really where I need to be. And so I'm going to read you a little snippet about cherishing the moment before you finish your practice in quiet solitude with your breath. The author writes, "Stop waiting for the one moment in time that will change you. Instead, cherish all the moments. A desert cactus that blooms briefly only once a year does not consider all the moments it is not in bloom wasted. It considers them necessary and important. It knows the rest of the year, the rest of its life. It is also beautiful." All the moments count. The quiet moments, the moments of boredom and solitude, the moments of sharing, the exciting moments of discovery, the moments of grandeur, the agonizing moments when we feel sad, angry, and upset. Each moment in time is equally important. Don't wait and hope for the one thing, the one person, the one event that will change your life, plummet you into the future and the life you desire. Instead, yogis, remember that each moment in time brings change, evolution, and transformation. Many of us relish in the magnificent experiences, the tremendous discoveries, those important times of change, but those moments don't happen very often. You see, the truth is, each moment in time is an experience and an important time for change. Cherish all your moments, and then you will see the beauty and the power in each one. Let each moment have its value. Let each day of your life be the spiritual experience you seek. The power to change and evolve lies within you. The life you desire, yogi, is happening right now, in this moment. Cherish all of your moments. Embrace the beauty and the importance of each and every one. So come to seated or reclining and come to the breath. Come to the stillness and the connection of that breath in your body. With every inhale, we release and relax and invite in peace. And every exhale, expel what doesn't serve us any longer. And so cherish this moment of breath, connection, and transformation. Cherish this moment of peace and of light and of love and of health. Cherish this moment of community. Start to blink open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes. If you don't want to get up, you don't have to. You're home. You can just take a nap right now after Shavasana. That's the beauty of a home practice. Yogis, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Until our paths cross again, whenever that may be, I wish you peace, love, light, hope, and health in abundance. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.